and welcome to Lizaboo. So I put out on Instagram what you guys wanted me to talk about in my next video, and there was an overwhelming amount of requests for a video on friendships. Basically, because I'd recently done an advice column in Queen Bee magazine that was focusing on friendships, I think it's something that people really wanted to sort of talk about a lot more and open up about, because let's be honest, friendships can be pretty fickle. From my experience, I've really struggled with friendships throughout my life, and it all stemmed from secondary school when I had a group of girlfriends who weren't really friends and kind of bullied me to the point where I had a bit of a breakdown in year 8. So they would do things like put food in my bag, push me into bushes, leave me out of all sorts of social events, just basically really kind of isolate me and chip away at my self-esteem, which was really low anyway at secondary school because I didn't have much confidence whatsoever. So I really struggled with those kind of friendships, and it took me a long time to realise that it was a toxic friendship and they weren't really my friends. You know, luckily I had the support of my family who kind of made me realise that, look, these girls aren't treating you well as friends should. And that was really hard because you want to be accepted by people when you're a teenager, and I wasn't accepted in many of the social circles that were at school. So I did feel very isolated and alone, and realised that, okay, I need to leave this friendship group and find friends that are supportive and make me feel good about myself and I can rely on when things are going rubbish. So after secondary school and sixth form, I basically just let them go. I didn't continue any contact with them. I just decided that actually I'm going to go on my own. Literally, I'm going to go out there on my own and brave it, because in reality it wasn't anything to do with me personally, that I don't think that was their problem. I think it was their own insecurities, but I just couldn't be around those kind of people anymore that just made me feel so rubbish. So I went to college to do a diploma and went on my own. I didn't know anybody and just decided to put myself out there and just thought, you know what, this is me, and I am who I am, and I've got to accept that. And if people like me, then that's great. If they don't, that's their own problem. So I did make friends at college, and that was great, and that gave me confidence to then actually go and meet other people. So I've kind of got this very eclectic mix of friends that span all age groups, and it's great because they all come from different walks of life. They're all very passionate about what they do. They inspire me, which is always fantastic when you're around like-minded people. But it hasn't been easy, you know. It's taken me a long time to open up to people, be, you know, authentic about myself and honest about who I am and what I like and what I don't like, because you can put a lot of those things and try and please people too much. So you can try and be like, oh yeah, I like that, when really you don't, and it's not who you are, and that's not the way you want to act. So it's taken a long time to get to the point where I am, where I'm really lucky, where I have some friends who are massively supportive of who I am and what I'm doing, and that's really special to me, and I'm so lucky. Do I get sad that I don't have that kind of young kind of girl group to hang out with? Yes, I do, completely honestly, because I would love to have friends that I can go on girl holidays with and just call up and go for a drink, but I don't have that massive group of friends. I can count my friends on one hand, which isn't a bad thing, but it takes a while to get your head around that, because socially it seems that you should have this group of friends that have known you for years. For example, I got a little bit sad last year because I went to a friend's hen party, and I'd met her through kind of a work thing. So most of her friends there were actually friends that she'd known since junior school and secondary school, so they've known her entire life. So throughout the weekend they were kind of reminiscing on things they'd done at school and funny things, experiences, and I just felt, well, of course I felt a little bit left out because I hadn't been involved in any of this, obviously, but I also felt really sad for myself because I thought, I'm never going to have anyone like that. I've only got one friend that's known me since college, and that's it. I haven't got any friends that have known me since I was little. So it kind of really struck a chord with me, and I did feel a little bit sad that I don't have this kind of really compact tribe who have known me forever. But then I thought, actually, unfortunately, not all of us have that kind of experience with friendships. Some of us have to go through really fickle and fraught friendships. So now, yes, I have only probably 5, 6 friends that I can really count on, but they are the most trustworthy people, and I love them to bits because they're just so supportive. And I know that if I message them going, I'm really having a crap day, they will go, come on Lizzie, you're okay, you can do this, and make me feel really good. So what I suppose I'm saying is, let go of those toxic friendships if they're doing you absolutely no good. It is really hard, and you have to find that inner confidence to be able to step out of that circle and step out of that environment. But as soon as you do, you feel so much happier. It's fantastic, because I have these fierce friendships now who they love me so much, and I adore them for the amount that they love me and believe in me. Because sometimes you have a lot of self-doubt, and you need those supporters and that tribe to really circle around you and cheer you on. So I'm very, very lucky, and I think it takes a lot to understand when friendships are toxic and when they're not good for you, when they make you second guess yourself, when they make you feel like you're not good enough, when they make you sort of feel like you're not doing the right thing or in the right place. That is when friendships are toxic and being negative and bringing you down about things that you're doing. And it's really hard to let go of them, but trust me when I say that letting go of them is the best thing you will ever do. It is hard to make new friends. I know people are like, oh, how do you make new friends? Because it's not as though there's some kind of dating app. Well, there probably is, but how do you make new friends in this kind of digitally obsessed world? Well, it sounds really strange, but I've met some of the people I cherish as friends through work. A lot of them have been old colleagues who I've kept in touch with because we have a lot in common. Other things I've done is I've gone to a lot of events. So, for example, I've actually been to a networking event, and I go to it religiously. But I've actually made friends from there because there's so many like-minded people who are often in the same situation you are, and you just develop these real kinships, and it's amazing. So it can happen, and it is difficult, and it's even reaching out to someone who does the same thing as you. Like, I've made a lot of friends through blogging. It's an incredible way to meet new people and expand your circle. But yeah, don't be afraid to get out there, and don't let anyone tell you about how you should do anything. A friendship should be a really beautiful thing, and should really make you thrive and make you happy, and you should be able to invite that person along and experience wonderful things together and talk about even deep things together. Unfortunately, I'm not someone to talk about light-hearted topics anymore. As much as I sometimes love fashion and beauty, I just can't sit and talk about that for hours. So I do love having deep and meaningful conversations, but some people aren't as deep as I am and don't feel comfortable talking so deeply about their emotions or their feelings. So you've just got to find those people who really fit with you and, make you feel good when you see them. You should walk away from a conversation with a friend smiling and glowing and feeling really good. You shouldn't walk away thinking, that wasn't so great. So just kind of remember that, and you are not alone in this experience. It's difficult. It is difficult because, as well, how do you say goodbye to a friend without offending them? Perhaps that's my next video, but trust me when I say it's going to be okay. I hope you found my advice and my experience really helpful, and if you have an experience of fickle friendships or friendships that you've kind of had to let go of, then please post a comment below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Bye.